Hello and welcome to my quick little tutorial video on this AFK Emerald and XP farm that I made for Minecraft Dungeons. As you can see in front of you, there's quite a lot of stuff. This is 3 hours of AFKing on the difficulty default 4. Unfortunately, a lot of stuff on the ground is pretty useless, which is the stuff filling the screen. All the food and arrows and stuff like that, since that only lasts for 1 level. But there is still a lot of useful stuff. There's a lot of armors and random weapons and stuff like that, which you can salvage for emeralds. And of course, there's emeralds themselves. And then you also get a lot of XP. For example, this 3-hour session, I got 1,500 emeralds, and I leveled up 5 times at level 40-ish. This farm is based on a design by Mango that he made in the beta. Unfortunately, in the beta, they only had access to 3 levels and not so much equipment. So he made this farm in this area based on using macros and stuff. But now that the full game's out, we have more enchantments and such. We can actually set up a fully AFK version that doesn't require any input at all. I did this with it running in the background. I never pressed anything or touched anything in the game. And if you're running on console, you could literally just set it up and walk away. Alright, welcome to my camp. I'm going to show you what you need to set up this farm. You will need a armor with Final Shout and preferably Thorns. And then you will need these 3 artifacts. You can replace this with a different one. But let me go through in more depth. So you want to have the tankiest armor you can get. So the highest power level, like the extra health, and taking as little damage as possible. The less damage you take, the higher difficulty you can run this in. But the armor absolutely must have Final Shout. This is the cornerstone of the whole build. It's how everything works. So Final Shout is whenever you get below 25% health, you use all of your artifacts. So this is how we can essentially play the game even though we're AFK, because we can get the game to use our items for us. And importantly, it ignores cooldown periods again, which is useful. But yeah, so once you get below 25% health, we'll use all of our items, and that's how we can play the game without being there. The other thing my armor has is Thorns. This isn't necessary, but it will make it a lot better. Basically, as you're AFK, things will punch you, like enemies will punch you, and you want to be able to damage them, right? So you want to kill them with the Thorns. It helps kill things and also protects you, because they have less stuff punching you because it dies as it's punching you, so you take less damage as well. Alright. So then we have the 3 artifacts you need. You'll need some kind of healing artifact. I'm using the Totem of Restoration because it's at power 47, but you can use the Soul Healer as well. This will also work, but my one's only at 32 and it heals less and stuff like that. You will gather souls as your AFK, so you can make use of this. And this is a burst heal, so it might actually be a bit safer. But I'm using the Totem of Regeneration. You're standing in one place anyway, so it doesn't matter. And yeah, this is healing me. So you need this to heal you, because obviously you're going to be taking damage to get to 25% health to use the Final Shout. And the Final Shout doesn't use your health potion or anything. So you need some way of healing. So you need the Totem of Regeneration or a Soul Healer or any other healing item. And then the other 2 items you need are the pet items. So I'm using a Wonderful Wheat and a Tasty Bone. The Tasty Bone summons a dog, and the Wonderful Wheat summons a llama. So obviously these guys will help you kill things. They'll run around and find more enemies that aren't attacking you and stuff like that. And if they'll tank damage for you and stuff, so you don't get hit as much. And if they do die, you will resummon them with your Final Shout. And because Final Shout ignores cooldown periods, it doesn't matter if your pets recently died or not. They'll get resummoned instantly. So that's the equipment you need. Your weapon and your ranged weapon don't matter at all. Just use whatever you want to use. If you are using soul healing, then maybe take some soul gathering weapons. But honestly, it's not too important. You just take whatever you want to get through the level as quickly as possible. Alright, so let's show you how to set up the farm. So you want to go to your mission select, obviously. I currently have the adventure difficulty. I'm around like 40-ish power. Depending on if you're on Apocalypse or whatever, you're higher up, you could probably set this up in Adventure or whatever. You'll have to do experimentation for yourself to find out what level of difficulty you can do it at. Harder is obviously better because you'll get more stuff. But I'm going to be doing this on default. So I'm on Adventure, I'm going to do it on default. And we're going to go to Pumpkin Pastures. So this is the level we're going to set up the farm in. There's a area of the level where we can abuse to do this. And I'm going to be doing this on the difficulty 3, just for demonstration. I could probably do it at difficulty 5 or 4, but just for you, for the video, I'm going to do it at 3. So let's go. So, as we go into the level, I'm actually going to change my items. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to run through the level to the bit we want to get to. There is a fort in the middle of the level, which is where we want to go. So I'm just going to quickly grab a few mushrooms and just run. You probably want to do this as well, just to get there as quick as possible. You can, if you have speed mushrooms, or sorry, speed items, like boots of swiftness, or death cap mushrooms, or whatever, or anything else, you can use them to get there. If you don't have anything like that, it's not important at all. You can just walk there like normal and kill all the enemies and stuff. But yeah, it's a lot easier to just run past everything. And you're at like a lower difficulty for you anyway, so they shouldn't be too annoying. Of course I get webbed as I'm trying to make a video. Alright. So we're just going to follow through the level. Pick up some emeralds, why not? You want to just follow the icon, you know, just play through the level like normal. Just keep running past stuff. I should have taken a right turn here. Excuse me, friends. So we're running up to the fort area. As I said, in it, there's an area where we can get mobs to infinitely spawn while we're AFK. And those infinitely spawn mobs drop items as if they're like normal mobs. They drop like health, they drop XP and emeralds and stuff like that. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, these wall guys are probably the most annoying ones to deal with, that and spiders. Alright, so we're coming up to the fort now. There is one battle you will have to do, so you will still need weapons and stuff. It's this battle here. So trigger this gate, and now I'm going to start putting my farm items back on my hotbar, since you can't replace items while they're on cooldown. So I'm just going to do this now. That's the wrong one. Alright, yeah, you can see my llama is just killing things. So you just have to kill a bunch of waves of enemies to get through the gate and such. So I'm going to put my items back. I need my dog now. Okay, good. That's everything. Alright, so wait for my friends to kill them. Okay, excellent. So we want to go up here. This is the area we'll be setting it up. So in this area, there are enemies that spawn on the left and right, and there is levers on the left and right. And you need to pull down the levers on the left and the right to open the gate. However, if you never actually open the gate, and you just keep killing enemies, see I've killed all the enemies now, they will respawn. So if we just wait enough time, see the enemies respawn like that. This is what we're going to use to set it up. So what we're going to do, so we're going to stand in the center without pulling any of the levers. You're just going to stand in the center like this and position yourself as close to the middle as you can. And then that's it, really. You just stand here in the middle in this area. So your pets will run around. You can see the dog's putting in work. He's got a bunch of arrows in his face and stuff. And yeah, your pets will run around and kill things. Obviously, since you're playing on a lower difficulty to what your power is at, your pets should be able to deal with things pretty easily. And yeah, here you go. You can see stuff is just dropping. Even though these are infinitely spawning enemies, they still drop loot like normal. So yeah, that's the whole farm. Eventually what will happen is your pets will die, and then you'll get attacked, or sometimes both your pets will be on one side and enemies will spawn on the other and then attack you and stuff. But obviously that's good, because then you'll lose health, and once you get to 25% or lower, you will heal yourself with a totem and resummon your pets if they've died or whatever. And that's it. You could just sit here forever, and you should be good. If you're trying to test what difficulty you can do this on, you want to probably watch it for a while. I was trying it on some higher difficulties, and it was working for a while, but sometimes I got unlucky with the spawns, and I got killed before the totem of regeneration could heal me. Anyway, there are some problems with this. As you can see, there's 3 skeletons up the top left now, and they're not being killed. You need to just wait and hope that your pets wander around enough to find these guys. You never do get stuck or anything in this configuration. They will eventually all find each other, or you, or whatever. But you do have some things to consider. So you can see I'm using a dog and a llama. If you only have like 2 dogs or 1 dog, for example, this can still work. But the problem with the dog is if an enemy is like right in the corner, say a skeleton is like right in the corner over here, and the dog runs from you to go kill that skeleton, once the dog gets too far away, he will pop back to you, because when your pets get too far away, they teleport back to you to catch up to you. So if there's a skeleton in the corner and the dog keeps trying to run to get it, he won't be able to reach it and he'll teleport back. So you don't want to use only dogs. But you also don't want to use only llamas, because the llamas have another weakness, which is if there's a skeleton behind this pillar, or this pillar over here, if you have a skeleton that gets wandered down here, and the llama is here, and they're just shooting at each other, what happens is they just keep shooting the wall forever, and never actually hitting each other, and you'll get stuck. Whereas the wolf will be smart enough to run around and kill the skeleton. This can still theoretically happen even if you are using both, because one of them could die and the other one not. So you could get really unlucky. But yeah, I've been doing this for a few hours and I haven't had it happen yet. So you could get unlucky, but having stuff wander down here or get stuck in the corners is pretty unlikely. So yeah, I prefer to use like a mix of the animals. So you can see my llama's dead now. Now the skeletons and stuff are going to start attacking me directly, and I'll start taking damage. But you can see my fawns is killing them. So this works fine on its own, obviously. But eventually they'll do enough damage, or it will trigger all 3 of my items. So I'll show you what that looks like. I'll just trigger the items myself. So when this is on off cooldown. So the wolf is running around killing things. So if the wolf's alive and we summon him, he'll just teleport to us. If a pet's dead and we summon it, they'll respawn. And then we'll heal ourselves with the totem, like that. And then, yeah, that's that. There are some other ways to improve this. If you have some friends that want to do this farm with you, you could do it together. So you could, like, maybe spread out a bit. So say if you're 2 people, you could have, like, 1 person here, and then another person over here or whatever. Or if you had 4, you could maybe spread out a bit more. And you do this like a lot faster and a lot more efficiently, because you wouldn't get times where like the animals and the mobs are like wandering around away from each other and such. And obviously just more llamas and more dogs would kill things quicker as well. But yeah, that's about it. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope this helps you get all the emeralds and XP you need. Alright, thanks a lot. Bye.